Gangster, 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 gangster. We back again. It's been a little minute, been a little while, but we back up in the spot. It's your boy J Militant with another episode of What's Cracking. Back at y'all again on the late night. You know, doing this live. You know, well, first of all, how's everybody been doing out there? You know what I'm saying? It's been a few days since I've been live. You know what I'm saying? The team, you know what I'm saying, been going live, and you know, we're gonna keep things moving how we do. Um, let's see. Before I get into everything, I just want to say, if y'all seen my previous live, I want to get this panel thing going, where we're gonna take it to a whole nother level, where I want religious people and I want spiritual people, and I want us to get on the panel, and I want us to discuss, and I want us to share information back and forth, because the truth, you know what I'm saying, it's like this. The truth is right there in the middle. But too many times the religious side and the spiritual side, tends to overlap each other, so, and this is an opportunity for, some of us that may have not known some of this information, get to know the information. And like always, never take anything that anybody says as such. The point of doing this is to take the information, go and research it, find out if it's true. And if it's true, well, then, hey, you know what I'm saying? You learned something new. Um, and I'm also thinking about doing this special What's Cracking with J Militant with the homies from Fairfield and also soon. Um, but I have to get in contact with everybody. I just like literally came up with this idea like less than 24 hours ago. So yeah, those are some of the things that I have in the works that you know I want to get going, and you know what I'm saying, just really take this whole thing to a whole nother level. So with that being said, let's get into it. Y'all see the title, you know what I'm saying? China Mac versus AD. You know, I'm pretty sure all y'all know what the situation was, and yeah, and earlier China Mac called AD, from no jumper out for the fade, and yeah, they got down. You know what I'm saying? They got down, and and see, I wasn't even going to go live, but then I was watching 803's video just a few minutes ago on it. Shout out to 803, and and that's what actually made me want to come in and 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 do this live to kind of give my commentary on it. Um, well, first and foremost, I don't give a fuck about no damn China Mac. Never have, never will. Um, AD is AD. You know what I'm saying? We already know what's up with Cuz. Um, so when the whole thing popped off, I was like, okay, it's over a food truck an idea, but when you're doing business, these are some of the things that tend to pop up. People throw out ideas all the time. Kind of like what 803 was mentioning in his video. And I don't know how many ideas I done came up with that somebody done took and what I'm saying, um, did something with, and that's fine. I don't get mad about that. If you take something of mine, if you take an idea of mine, okay, good. You know what I'm saying? If you able to prosper off of that, feed your family off of that, hey, no problem. Um, at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Pay homage, give credit to where you got the idea from. If anything, if that's to be, if anything is to be said about that, that's what I would say. If you take somebody's idea, give them the credit. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to do it publicly, you could do it, but you could do it on the product. You could put their name on it, as a way of showing them, like, you know what I'm saying? this is where I got the idea from, and I ain't gonna forget you. You know what I'm saying? And then the second thing is, why everybody got to put everything on the internet? This is what I don't understand. Why does what? Why did China Mac have to put this online? You got the man's number. You got the channels to make sure that he gets whatever you are trying to get to him. You know, he's a well connected a brother out there in LA. I'm pretty sure he would have got the message. But you want to go on the internet, you want to make these videos for what? What was the purpose? What was the purpose of doing something that you could have did behind the scenes? You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? A fade is a fade. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, homeboy called out the fade. He went and caught that fade. Okay, I can respect that. I can respect that. Um, but why did you have to put that on the internet? Like I'm not understanding this internet phase where I'm gonna go on the internet, I'm gonna talk about fighting somebody, knowing good well that them Elroys is all up, you know what I'm saying, is watching it every second. Now, what would have happened? He calls AD out, right? He calls AD out for the fake. And let's just say somebody from LAPD just happened to come across that video. Oh, they're gonna take that and be like, oh, well, we got a China man and we got a black man, and they talking about fighting each other. So let's keep an eye out and let's go get them. Why do you need to put that out there for somebody, you know what I'm saying? Or if it's not them, it could be somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It could be somebody else. You ain't gotta go online and do something just to prove something. You know what I'm saying? I could have very easily, all the ideas that were stolen from me over the years, I could have very easily, you know what I'm saying, told this person or told that person, or I could have made a video and put it up, you know what I'm saying, on some type of platform at that time. Um, just to, be like, oh well, you stole my idea, so um I want to fight you. You want to fight him? You want to fight? Okay, well let's fight. And while we fighting, when them Elroys decide that they want to pull up on y'all and bust out an investigation because you want to sit here and put all the business out for the whole world to see, instead of just handling that shit behind the scenes. You obviously can get in contact with him. So why not get at the man behind the scenes, handle it like men behind the scenes? But now you done put all this shit out there. Now this shit could go either one way. The shit can go like, okay, boom, it happened. Let's get a bag off of this, or woo woo woo, whatever. Or better yet, as a matter of fact, while I'm speaking and I'm saying this, I'm like, okay, well, there's this thing where cats are getting into the ring, they're boxing, they're getting a bag for it. Oh, okay. Well, hell, if I got a problem with somebody, let's get a bag. Let's get in the ring and let's get a bag. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going on the internet talking about I want to catch a fade and then doing the shit in the streets. Now, what if something would have went left? What if something didn't go exactly how you wanted to go? Now, both of y'all lose. Nobody gets nothing. All that happened was what I knew what was going to happen was China Mac was going to get his ass beat. And that's exactly what happened. He got his ass beat. You know what I'm saying? He got his chow mein scrambled. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you go out there and you want to act like you Mr. Tough Guy, then fuck it. All right, shout out 803, F04. Yo, what's happening, cuz? Exactly. But I'm saying though, it's like niggas done open up a platform for if niggas got problems with each other, you know what I'm saying? Instead of doing the shit like how we would normally do the shit, which there ain't nothing wrong with that. If you're gonna handle it like that, then you don't need to get on the internet and let everybody know that this is what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to go out there on the internet and you want to expose all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Then you know what I'm saying? Let's get a bag. Let's get a bag about it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, him and AD had the fade. China Mac had called AD out for a fade over this whole food truck thing or whatever, and and China Mac he called him out for a fade. You know what I'm saying? He slid on over to the spot and they got down. You know what I'm saying? AD got a couple. You know what I'm saying? He got a couple cuts. You know what I'm saying? Little minor cuts. You know what I'm saying? But China Mac though, that boy got that boy got lumps. That boy got lumps. Exactly. 803. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if you heard, but JT and Diggs, I guess, is trying to get on that same card as Nina Boy and Bosco. You know what I'm saying? And you know shit. Them niggas want to kill each other. So, you know, if they can do it on some real street shit, then you know what I'm saying? I don't see why these two couldn't do this shit over a food truck. You know what I'm saying? And whatever money that was going to cost to even get that type of venture going, you could have tripled that in a boxing match. You know what I'm saying? So it shit don't add up. Shit don't add up at all. FFO says, Crip Mac next, all that subbing and dissing gonna get cuz chopped down. AD a real one. For real though. That boy Crip Mac, I mean, shit. I mean, I'll say this about cuz he'll be down for it. He won't, you know what I'm saying? As far as what I've seen, unless somebody shows me something different, cuz he will go for it. He will go for it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's time for him to get up in that ring too. You know what I'm saying? It's time for him to get up in that ring too, and really get down. You know what I'm saying? It's too much talking on this internet shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers over here acting like some tough guys. I mean, fuck it. If you a tough guy, get in the ring. You know what I'm saying? I mean, street fighting. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm all for street fighting. You know what I'm saying? That's where I made my mark at, in them streets. You know what I'm saying? Getting my knuckles dirty. You know what I'm saying? Almost losing a finger. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never gonna knock that side of it. But now if we talking about a bag though, you know what I'm saying? And to hear the numbers that these cats is making off of this boxing shit, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. Come on now. Shit don't add up what these niggas be doing out here. It don't. Yo, what's going on, Casey? You know what I'm saying? It don't add up. You know, I don't I I'll talk my shit. I'll talk my shit. I'll say what I say, but that's because I can. But I'm not out here disrespecting anybody. You know, I'm not out here disrespecting anybody. I'm not out here talking about I want to fight this person and fight that person. Now, there's a few people I would slap. You know what I'm saying? I'll slap the fuck out of a motherfucker on everything. You know what I'm saying? But as far as all that fighting shit goes, like, hey, check this out. You know what I'm saying? I'm way too motherfucking old to be out here, you know what I'm saying, trying to fight this person and fight that person and everything. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot more shit to be worrying about and to be taken care of than, you know what I'm saying, trying to get down on some motherfucking street shit. I done earned my stripes already. I ain't gotta prove shit to nobody. You know what I'm saying? But shit, if I have to, don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? I'll do what I need to. Um, what FFO say? Bosco said he made 100K off that Gonzo fight. Um, whew, I heard the same thing, but others are saying from what I've heard, it wasn't 100K. Um, but as a matter of fact, uh, because when the fight was going to happen, the fight was supposed to be happening next month between him and Nina Boy, but they pushed it back to June. I want to say it's late. Yeah, it's late June, like around it's BET weekend, a BET Awards weekend. You know, when they're out there in LA for the whole weekend. Um, so it got pushed back to that because they got a bigger venue, and so now they're getting even more money than what Bosco and Gonzo got in their fight. So, but that's what I'm saying though. It's it's big money into doing something, you know what I'm saying, more productive than to be out here, you know what I'm saying, telling all your business. I mean, I don't know why niggas out there trying to be the biggest and the baddest and still here up here acting like, you know what I'm saying, the boys ain't watching. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know about y'all, but the boys need to stay up out the business. You know what I'm saying? We can handle this shit as men, and we can handle this shit where, you know, everybody can win. You go your way, I go my way. It's said and done. Because we already know what's going to happen if the shit, you know what I'm saying, gets into, you know what I'm saying, on some street shit. And from what I was hearing, it sounded like it was getting there. You know, it sounded like it was getting there. It sounded like the people China Mac fucks with was ready to make that move, and you already know AD and his peoples. You already know. So I'm glad everybody got through it and nobody seriously got hurt. But motherfuckers got to be better about this internet shit and stop. You know what I'm saying? And stop talking about what you're going to do and what you want to do, and you know, because them Elroys is always watching. You know what I'm saying? Don't don't think because you came off the block onto the internet that them boys should stop watching. As a matter of fact, this internet shit actually makes their job a lot more easier because they ain't gotta be rolling around patrolling. They can sit in their motherfucking car. You know what I'm saying? They can find them a little spot like they do. You know what I'm saying? Park their shit, open up their computer, tap on in to YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or wherever the shit may be, right? And they can see everything that you're doing. Oh, this guy talking about this over here. Oh, well, we ain't really gonna worry about that. That's not serious trouble. Oh, but this guy over here, he's talking about some shit over here. Okay, he looks a little bit more suspicious. And all you doing is sitting on the computer talking about, oh, well, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Well, yeah, you could go ahead and do that. But while you're doing that, guess who's gonna be sitting outside with the flashing lights? Or if you just happen to be rolling down the street, who you think is gonna be behind you with them flashing lights? And trust and believe what they stopped you for isn't going to be the reason why they stopping you. You know, yeah, they seen that, but that's going to be like the smaller minute of it. Because if you're that person, then more than likely you probably got a record, right? Okay. So they stop you and they pull your shit up after they already seen you on the internet talking all this shit, flashing your guns and all that. Oh, they got your ass. And they're gonna use something else, but have that in their back pocket in case what they're really trying to do doesn't work out. Then they could just, oh, but we seen this. We got this. Oh, but what about that? What you gonna say then? You can't say it's not you. You can't say you weren't there because you all on screen exposing yourself to the entire world. I don't get it. It don't make no sense. Hey, if anybody I got that link I sent to y'all. Y'all want to hit that link and jump on? Because for some reason I'm trying to put the motherfucking link up in the comment section. Hold on, let me try to do this shit again. They wouldn't let me do that. So let me see. Uh, yeah, it's not letting me do that. What the fuck? Yeah, that should not let me do that. Yeah, but yeah, that shit crazy. You know, and I can't even really, I mean, youngsters is gonna do youngster shit. You know, but cats that's older, you know what I'm saying? We supposed to know better. We supposed to know what to do, what not to do, when to do it, how to do it. You know, but for some reason, a lot of niggas don't want to grow up. They want to be out here and still doing young shit. You know, and if that's what you want to do, that's your business. It should look bad. You know what I'm saying? If you don't mind looking bad, then once again, that's your business. But it really don't make any damn sense how why niggas that and what's crazy about it though is that niggas will sit here and say the same shit I'm saying, talking about how niggas don't need to be on the internet doing this, that, and the third, and turn around and before you know it, these niggas done made videos with their guns. They done threatened a few people. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I just seen this video last week. It was this motherfucker from Hoover. This motherfucker was all on social media. I think it looked like he was on Instagram, and he's sitting there with his gun pointing at the screen, rapping and doing this and doing that. And before you knew it, them Elroys was at his front door talking about come out with your hands up. That's what I'm talking about. They are watching everybody's move. He said they're talking about who snitched on me. Man, y'all niggas be telling on. No, you told on yourself. You told on yourself. You really think you gonna flash your guns? You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know what niggas is even trying to prove by doing that. Niggas, look, just because you pull out a gun and show a motherfucker what type of gun you got, don't make you a tough guy. It just makes you more of a target. You know what I'm saying? It makes you more of a target. You know, But niggas be flashing their guns as if niggas ain't got guns. That's not proving nothing. It's not proving if you a tough guy. It's not even proving, you know, what it's proving is you stupid. I don't care who get mad at what I just said. Niggas who get on the internet flashing their guns, trying to be a badass, is stupid. Cause like I just said, that motherfucker was flashing his gun, and them boys pulled up in front of his house. Come out with your hands up. We don't want to hear none of that. We don't want to hear none of that. You know, and he's sitting there, you know, sweating, trying to figure out how the fuck he gonna get up out of that. You know, we used to move in silence. You know, a nigga wasn't gonna know when we was pulling up. Oh, you about to? Oh, okay. Nah, nah. It was this other dude. He looked like he's a Mexican. He from Hoover. As a matter of fact, it was on that. I don't know if you know that channel. Normandy Booming. I seen it on that channel. It was uh a two parter short videos. I mean, just flashing his gun. Just like, come on now, you know. And going to jail don't prove anything either. You know, that's the other thing. I never got why niggas took so much pride in getting locked up. I never understood that. Like you're proud to be locked up. You're proud to be sleeping on a cot and be told when you can eat, when to take a shit, when to wake up, when you can come out, when you going home. You know what I'm saying? The niggas be talking about, yeah, I done did this many time, I done did this much time, and I've been in and out of prison, you know, 20 different times. I done did hella biz. That don't prove nothing. Cause the whole point of the game is to not get caught. Is to not get caught. But the problem is niggas' egos be getting in the way. Niggas be like, oh well shit, I ain't been caught doing this and I ain't been caught doing that, so I ain't never gonna get caught. You know what I'm saying? Or shit, I ain't never been shot before. I've been, you know what I'm saying, I've been shot at, woo. No, it just because it ain't happened don't mean it can't happen. Getting locked up don't prove how bad you is. It don't prove how tough you is. And that's not saying everybody that's incarcerated, because I'm already knowing there's a whole lot of people incarcerated that don't deserve to be in that motherfucker. You know, for a litany of reasons. But for the rest of you motherfuckers, y'all don't get you don't earn no stripes. You don't get no extra stripes. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing gained. You know, because you come from a neighborhood, a street, a gang, whatever it may be, depending on where you come from, and you get locked up. How many of your homeboys is really gonna be? How many of your homeboys is really gonna be there for you when you down? How many? How many of your homeboys is gonna come up to see you? How many of your homeboys is gonna put some money on your books? How many of your homeboys is gonna, you know what I'm saying, shoot them letters to stay in contact with you? How many of them homeboys is gonna go over to your mama's house, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that she right? How many of your homeboys gonna make sure if you have kids, gonna make sure that your kids is right? How many of your homeboys is actually gonna do that shit? But somehow you think getting locked up is the best thing in the world. When the same niggas that you rolling with, you know what I'm saying, is not gonna look out for you like you think they're gonna look out for you. But you know who gonna look out for you though? Your family. And that's not even necessarily saying it's blood. Because family is deeper than just blood. But nonetheless, they are the ones that's going to be there for you at the end of the day, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And then you can't do nothing behind bars besides sleep with one eye open and worrying about some nigga gonna go and run up on you, you know what I'm saying, for some shit that you did out there on the streets. And because he couldn't get you out there on the streets, now you in a confined area to where, you know what I'm saying, a nigga get picked off at any second. It's not hard to get to a nigga behind the walls at all. You know what I'm saying? So don't go to jail, y'all. Stay out of jail. If you never been, don't go. Trust me when I tell you, don't go. You know, and that's the thing that a lot of these people that be joining these gangs need to understand. Like, there's a good chance you could end up going to jail. Are you prepared to go to jail? Are you prepared to go to jail for the set? Are you prepared to get shot for the set? Are you prepared to do all these things? Because this is what's going to be required. You know what I'm saying? This is what's going to be required. And if you say yes, okay, well, eyes are going to be on you then, because you said yes, you can handle it. Okay, use down. Situation happens, get jammed up, motherfuckers start crying like newborn babies. You know what I'm saying? I've seen grown ass men cry, cuz grown men. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, the first time I seen that shit, I was like, and it was motherfuckers that I looked up to too. That was the bad part about it. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And this is like my first go around with this shit, and I'm handling this shit better than they is. You know what I'm saying? Because they done already did time. This is my first go around, so I'm like, man, you better take that shit like a motherfucking soldier and ride on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like this. I was like this. Hey, there's nothing I can do to not get out. I'm already got to go in here and do what I need to do. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna conduct myself in the manner that I need to conduct myself. And if a nigga get out of line, then I got to stand my ground. But I ain't gonna go in there and act like no tough guy either, because that's very much frowned on. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't like niggas coming up in there and thinking they some badass, because that's what's gonna get your ass hurt first and faster. What Casey say? Never again, man. For real, Casey. Getting locked up is not cool. Having them handcuffs wrapped around your wrist. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if y'all ever been shackled before, but god damn, being shackled is not cool. Nah, I'm just talking about you know what I'm saying? Being locked up, and how, you know what I'm saying, you don't gain nothing off of that. You know what I'm saying? About how, like, the whole point of getting involved in the game is to win, to not get caught. You know what I'm saying? But niggas keep constantly do shit to get caught. It's almost like it's a badge of honor to get locked up. And you know what I'm saying, a whole lot of us that, you know what I'm saying, got our head on our shoulders, be having to tell motherfuckers like, hey, it ain't cool getting locked up. You don't earn nothing getting locked up. You know what I'm saying? All you earned was an easier target for one of your enemies to get you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta eat that nasty ass shit. Hey, commissary is commissary, but it ain't nothing like a home cooked meal. You know what I'm talking about? So you don't get, you know what I'm saying? And then the same hood that you riding on, that you get locked up for, how many of them homeboys is gonna be there for you when you behind them walls? If you lucky, you might get one or two, but everybody else is gonna sit back and wait for you to come out and talk about, man, we about to throw you a celebration. You know what I'm saying? Man, glad to see you home. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many welcome home celebrations does a nigga really need? Hmm. On everything. Cause cause for some niggas, we stopped doing that shit. We like, you keep on getting locked up. What the fuck is we gonna keep on doing a celebration, uh, a homecoming celebration, just for you to turn around and get locked right back up? You know what I'm saying? So we stopped doing that, and we only really do that for the ones that, you know what I'm saying, they first go around, or even maybe their second go around, depending on their time that they spent. If you only doing like 30 days or something, you ain't about to get shit. If you're doing 6 months, you ain't about to get shit. You know what I'm saying? You'll get a you want to kick it? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shit. Here go a bottle for you. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But other than that, man, you ain't about to, man, come on now. And it's really not that difficult. It's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, niggas be taking shit and be making that shit difficult. Like, they be turning this shit into a motherfucker a math problem. You know, and it's really not hard. You know, you gotta be you gotta be smarter. You gotta be smarter than them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be smarter than them. You know, my OGs told me long time ago this, when I was a youngster coming up, and I wanted to, you know, at first they was trying to keep me from the streets. You know what I'm saying? Everybody from, you know what I'm saying, obviously moms, and, you know what I'm saying, nobody didn't want to see me in the streets. You know what I'm saying? They wanted me to play ball, because I was out there, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing, playing ball. You know, but they seen that I was in it. I was committed. You know what I'm saying? OG put me on. Man, the rest is history. Well, if I was say, one of my homies from the hood, well known out here, was on lock for, hold on. Oh, was on lock for at least a year. His family was the only people outside of me riding him, bro. CK said I'm too old for all that mess. Hey, follow, hey, F04. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't tell you this shit. You know, I was fortunate. I was fortunate to be told this, to where it's like, this is what you have to look forward to if you still you know what I'm saying, down to do that shit, you know what I'm saying, you still want to get put on, you still want, man, this is what you got to look forward to. And I'm like, man, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? This is where I'm from. I'm already, and you see, this is the funny thing. I'm already in the streets. I'm already putting in work. I just ain't putting in work for nobody. I'm putting in work for myself. I already had a reputation long before I joined the game. So, you know what I'm saying? Everything was just like, it was just like it was just a perfect fit. It was a perfect match. You know, I was already out there. So, um, but with that said, they they also told me, you know, what the consequences were. You know what I'm saying? If you get locked up, don't you say nothing. You get locked up, more than likely you gonna have to write that shit out for, you know what I'm saying, by yourself. You know, the only ones that's really gonna look out for you is your family. Is this something you still want to do? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I was already active. I was already in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't have a team at the time, you know, officially. You know, I mean, I had my homeboys and shit, but you know, that was that was just on some, you know what I'm saying, just some regular friendship type shit, you know. But regardless, I knew what the consequences was, you know, and I did everything in my power, you know. Be like, okay, the whole point is not to get caught, so I'm not gonna get caught. I'm not gonna do what everybody else is doing because that makes it too obvious and makes it too easy to get caught. So I gotta do things differently, opposite what everybody else is doing, you know. And niggas used to be mad at me too because niggas would get locked up and they come out and they be like, hey, you got my customers, you know. And I had to tell them like, look, I'm not about to give shit back, but we could we could split the difference. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to cut my money because the next nigga don't know how to stay out. So you truly one deep out here. I did my thing in my 20s, catch phase, breaking into cars and houses, nothing to glorify, but I had it on my mind. I'm all I'm all I got. Facts. That's super big facts. You know what I'm saying? Because all that shit that I went through, you know what I'm saying? Anything that I went through that was had to do with the law, I was by myself. You know, and that's the fucked up thing about it. Niggas will be with you to get into some shit, but niggas will cut turf on you fast after the shit. But swear up and down, you know what I'm saying? Y'all day ones and you his biggest homie and y'all did this and da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of lip service. You know, I you know it's a question that often gets asked. And as a matter of fact, Jay Coffee had had asked this question last night um, when he was live uh, to the person that he had on his live last night. Uh, the question is, would I had done anything differently? You know, other than get involved with the streets and gangs and shit. And this is what I tell everybody: it's not even so much if I would have did anything differently, as much as if I grew up in a different environment. You know, because unless you have a strong support system into what you want to do, those streets is going to be a big distraction. You know, um, and for a lot of people, they see the money, they see the cars, they see the jewelry, and they want to get involved. Like I said before, that wasn't me. I was already a active person. I already had a name in the streets on my own with no support, no backing. Um, so, but if my environment was differently, then that would probably be the answer to that question, because although I did do other things that were a lot more positive, the fact that I was already a fighter kind of made things a little bit more distracting, because that just kind of coupled everything, because it was like, okay, I'm already a badass on my own, but now I got a team with me. You know what I'm saying? Cool. I could fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not which is anybody now, it's the homies. You know what I'm saying? It's the homies I've known ever since I was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? But they taught me and showed me what other motherfuckers ain't getting shown. So they go into this shit blind, you know what I'm saying, with blinders on. And trust me when I tell you, you get in these streets, you better not have your blinders on. You better not have your blinders on, because you will not be able to open up them lines at all if you got them on. I have to say it like that. You know what I'm saying? What that fool Tommy say on Power? I don't know how many of y'all watch Power, but that white boy Tommy, he got this line he always uses. You know, canceling Christmas. Yeah, your Christmas is gonna definitely get canceled if you got your blinders on, thinking you just gonna go up in the streets and everything's gonna be sweet. Nah, ain't nothing sweet about the streets. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing sweet about the streets. You know. So yeah, I wouldn't do anything differently, as much as my environment. You know, because like I said, I played sports. That was like my first love. You know, uh, playing baseball. And I didn't get into playing basketball and doing the whole football thing until a little bit later. But you know, nonetheless, that was something that I strive to do. But it was just something. You know what I'm saying? It was something about that color blue that just had me just, like I need that. You know what I'm saying? Watch your 12 and 6 at all times. You know what I'm saying? It was just something about the color blue that just had me like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the funny thing is, I'll be cracking up about this every time I speak on this. Growing up, my favorite color was red. You know what I'm saying? My favorite color was red. You know, and then it was just like a natural progression that, you know what I'm saying, like I just started liking the color blue, you know, and then everything just kind of coincided, you know. Sure, I used to say back in the days, uh God made me left-handed because he wanted me to be a crip. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying, I took this shit to heart. You know what I'm saying? Um and you know, if you can avoid this shit, by all means avoid it. Do not get involved with this shit because this shit is not sweet. As a matter of fact, it's so cold with this shit that, you know, I ain't been active. Damn, I ain't been active in like 18 years, right? Um, but it's still having your head on that swivel. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know when that get back might come. You know what I'm saying? You never know when that get back might come. And it could come at any, you know what I'm saying? Any sorts of ways. You know, because I don't even live in the same city. As most of y'all know, I don't even live in the same city I grew up in. But you know, out here in Sac, you know, it's heavy gang politics out here. You know, I've had a few niggas try to press me on some gang shit out here already, and I tell the motherfuckers, y'all need to back up. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't even down for all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not from y'all city. I'm not involved in y'all politics. You know, but if I wanted to get political out here, trust and believe, I got more connections than AT&T. You feel me? But I don't go there for what? A nigga 43 years old out in this motherfucker. I don't need to be out here, you know what I'm saying, doing shit that, you know, trying to prove a point. What what point do I need to prove out here? You know what I'm saying? What point do I need to prove out here? I done already proved my point. You know what I'm saying? If there was a point to be proven, I already proved my point. You know? And this ain't something to glorify. I'm just letting niggas know. You know, at a young age, you know what I'm saying? I had grown men. I had grown men, you know what I'm saying, respecting a youngster. I had niggas from the other side respecting my ass because they seen what I was doing. You know, I was really holding my shit down. Now, of course, with that, you know, of course, you're gonna get your haters and niggas that want to try to test you because they feel like they the baddest motherfucker, so they want to try to fight you. And you know what I'm saying? That old dumb shit. Like, all right, cool. I wasn't turning down nothing. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't turning down nothing. As a matter of fact, I was shit. I was down to fight the whole motherfucking team if it meant it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I came up. That's how I was raised. You know, handle your shit. You know what I'm saying? And don't be so vocal about the shit that you doing. Because motherfuckers is watching. You know what I'm saying? They got a good close eye on what you doing. And if you out here and you ain't paying attention to what you doing, or if you pay more attention to what somebody else is doing and you ain't paying attention to what they doing, your ass is gonna get. Hope you like that processed bologna sandwiches they fix up in there. You know what I'm saying? Uh, 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 I sure hope you like what they call tuna fish up in that motherfucker. And trust me, that shit ain't tuna. You know what I'm saying? That shit is not tuna. But you go ahead and you know what I'm saying, handle your business though. You know what I'm saying? You go out there and you go do your thing. You know what I'm saying? You go do your you go ride for the hood, you know, and let me know how that food is in there. Let me know if you enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, I done put in my work, I done did my time. Shit, I'm good. I got nothing to prove to nobody. You know, my shit's already been stamped. So, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to this gang shit, come on now. But yeah, niggas just gotta be smart out here. You know what I'm saying? And stop trying to, you know, you could be the baddest whatever, but just be the smartest. Don't don't just be the baddest, be the smartest. Because it's the smartest that's gonna decide on, you know what I'm saying, how long, if, you know, the time you get, you know. So just make sure whatever you're doing out there, just make sure that you smarter than the next motherfucker. Cause I guarantee you the next motherfucker's not gonna be as smart. So so with that said, I'm about to jump off this thing. I just wanted to come up on here, talk about this China Mac AD situation, and you know, just to give my commentary, my ideas, and my opinions and whatnot on it. So hope everybody's safe out there. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. You know, as we get ready for another crazy week in the United States, another Monday, and I'm about to go and blow this wood and call it a night myself. And until then, like we always do, whatever you do in life, make sure you keep it militant, stand on your square, and don't let nobody knock you off. Until then, y'all, peace.